Okay, Virgo, let's continue. I really am focused on this King of Pentacles. I want to know more about them, and I also want to know more about the lovers, okay? So I'm going to be using a second Rider-Waite deck because I feel that the potential for duplicates will be important. So I'm going to do that a little different than last month. So let's go ahead and continue with the King of Pentacles and see what we can know additionally about him. Oh, see, he's the one you're going to hear from. He's the one that's going to reach out to you, or that you may have some kind of a dialogue with, okay? Let's see what else. There could be an apology. I often see the King of Cups as an or the Page of, did I say Page of Cups? As an apologetic energy. And kind of sometimes comes back with the tail between the legs, if that makes sense. There could have been some introspection on their part. They thought about things. Maybe they were wrong about something. You know, maybe they, I wouldn't say mistreated you, but maybe they kind of led you on, or they allowed you to believe something when it wasn't really the case. You know, I don't know. Something like that. Knight of Wands. Okay, I need more information. That's weird. Knight of Wands is energetic. It's the card of Sagittarius. So we're getting a card of Taurus, a card of Sagittarius. You might actually even be hearing from multiple people. This has a very adventurous quality to it. Maybe an offer to even go on a trip of some kind. Maybe this is a side of this person. Or like, you know, maybe they have a moon or a rising or a Venus in Sagittarius, or heavy, if it's not Sagittarius, maybe Gemini, maybe Leo or Aries as well. I don't know why, like they might invite you to go on a trip. Or you might invite them to go on a trip. Something like that. I don't know if you're going to want to go, though. That Hermit seems pretty... Okay, well, the Star is a beautiful card. Now we're getting an Aquarian quality. Someone that... Look, they have a lot to offer you. You know what the words that I'm getting into my mind right now, that's like coming from them toward you? Like, I didn't know. Like, that's what they're saying to you. I just didn't know. I didn't know that's what you wanted. I didn't know that's what you needed. And now that I know, things can be different. Or let's try again. In a romantic sense, it's likely that maybe you didn't communicate well enough. Maybe there was some kind of expectation that they should just know. You know, I don't know. I question whether or not they can, I mean, they have the ability to be that thing for you. I just question how much they really want it because of this Knight of Wands. It comes in and it's like very counteractive to this like stability here. It's like they have this, but then they have this part of them too that wants to play and wants to have fun and doesn't maybe take things that seriously. And I think you know that, and there's some weirdness. It's like bugging you. And maybe that's why you went into hermit mode in the first place. Because there was some like idea that you really enjoyed. There was some idea that kind of, maybe you got a little bit caught up in this. It was weird. It was confusing. Maybe you didn't know how to feel about it. Maybe there was even a part of you that was like, I recognize that I am in love with an idea, or I'm really excited about an idea, but the reality doesn't quite match up with my intuition. right? And it doesn't just, there's something that just doesn't quite add up. I think I need a couple more cards here to know what's going on. That's a lot deeper than I was expecting. Let's see. It's the thing with tarot. You can never expect you can't expect anything. It just... Follow your intuition, Virgo. I want to say, don't invest in this right now. Stay in hermit mode. This could be someone that, like, okay, hold on, let's move these for a second. This is someone that would likely bring this to the table. I know that you have a great deal of compatibility with this person, which is likely why it makes it so confusing. Likely why you had such high hopes or high expectations. And the thing is, Virgo, you do tend to have high expectations of people because you hold yourself up to such high standards. And that's like a life lesson, is to, and I think by the time people hit their late 20s, early 30s, some later on in life, once you hit that age, you start to realize that not everyone has to live life according to those like high standards and your rules kind of thing. And so you start giving people a little bit more leeway and just start to learn how to accept people for what they really are and to not project your own stuff onto them. But still, there's that nagging in the back of your mind that's like, well, why can't they just be the King of Pentacles? Why can't they just be that? Why do they have to be that and the Knight of Wands? Right? The stability is there, but then there's the instability, and it's like switching back and forth. And you're like, what the heck? I don't know what to make out of this. I don't know. Like, I don't know. So you go into your hermit mode and say, I'm just not going to deal with it. And I think that's actually weirdly probably the best decision right now. I don't think that dealing with this person is going to actually make you feel better. I do think there's potential, but I also think this person is kind of the one causing some instability in your life, right? Four of Wands reversed. Maybe there's not the commitment there. There's not the solid ground. Like they are a contributor to this. And then I'm getting the Five of Swords coming out and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is highly susceptible to things being projected onto her. I feel like that's you, which is why you need to go in the hermit mode in the first place, because you don't want other people's issues to be projected onto you, because you are very empathic and you absorb stuff. So it's better to just detach. This situation, whatever it is coming out as a Five of Swords. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like the sort of mixed messaging that you're getting here from the King of Pentacles, okay? Because it's like they're a king on one part and then they're a Knight of Wands. And in a romantic context, okay, this can be very, very frustrating to deal with. And even the Aquarian nature here, not that Aquarian is a bad sign by any stretch of the imagination, but they have a coolness and a detachment that doesn't serve a hermit or a Virgo quality very well. Virgo prefers stability and practicality and prefers to know that they are emotionally safe. And both of these kind of just don't really provide that, okay? The offers are superficial. The offers are superficial there. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Cling to the hermit mode. It's going to do you a lot of favors right now. Let's do the Lovers here. Let's see what else needs to be said about the Lovers. Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands. Even though it's reversed, there's still struggle there, and there does seem to be resistance against it. Continue to resist. I don't get the vibe that giving in to the Lovers right now is a good idea. It would be like turning the clock backwards, and we don't want to do that. It is a disruption. It does affect you, and it's like, ugh, why? It's like you might even have to have a conversation with your higher self, with the universe, and say, like, what the heck? What are you doing to me? You're killing me with this. Do I really have to do this? Do I really have to resist this? Like, it's almost not fair, you know, that this comes back in, or that this person really affects you. And I think this person does affect you. They have an effect on you. They get to you that is reminiscent of a way someone else gets to you, I think. Someone from your farther back past. And here, I think you're really just trying to get to manage it the best way that you possibly can. And the only way you can is through the hermit mode. The only way you can is to hermit it up. Lock yourself in, kind of. Like, stay inside. I'm not saying that to every sign. A lot of signs, I'm like, yeah, it's time to get out, time, do your thing. But you seem to really need this right now. There's strength with the hermit. Ten of Pentacles. I know you want more for yourself. See, I know you require more for yourself too. The Empress. You are on a new trajectory. It's a little bit foreign. It's a little bit, new. But I think you're also very optimistic about where everything is headed. There's no pessimism here. You are choosing your spiritual growth over romantic situations that don't serve you. Or maybe not even romantic for some of you. Annoying situations that don't serve you. And in a weird way, I think that you are leaning toward helping your friends and family. You're leaning toward being available to them. Like I said, you might not be super involved, but you're still present. You're still there. It's like a hiding place, hiding in plain sight. Hiding away from this. I don't see you being very communicative right now, Virgo. And Mercury is your ruling planet, so it makes sense. Like, you know what you're worth now. See, she's wearing a crown of 12 stars, each star representing a sign of the zodiac. There is this sense of power over the personality, this power over the rhythm and the pendulum that we seem to be, so influenced by. By removing yourself from the planet's influence, you put yourself in a place of power. I'm seeing so many things right now, but nothing's formulating into words, so let's just continue. Let's kind of see what's going on with this row here, just collectively. the Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands reverse, and the Three of Swords. This, I think, applies here. Yeah, I think it applies to the Two of Cups. Two of Cups and Three of Swords. They don't necessarily really go together, do they? And the Magician. It's time for you to manifest the Two of Cups. It's because of this Three of Swords reverse that you are able to do so. Onward and upward. Leaving something, like putting a pin in it. I don't even think you're going to need to come back to it later. I feel like this person's efforts are totally futile. And it's almost laughable at this point because you are somewhat untouchable. I had that for another sign too. It was like Cancer or something. And we're getting the card of Cancer. Maybe there's something with that. You know, this untouchableness. And this person doesn't realize that the power that they think they have over you, like, I'm wondering about this person's ego, to be honest. I'm wondering about how they perceive themselves. I don't remember if I said this before in your reading or if I said this before in Leo's, but I think that there's this, they think you are lucky to have them. Did I say that before with you already? Maybe I did. They think you're lucky to have them, and you're kind of like, it's like laughable that maybe they think that. Maybe this person is wealthy and they think that that gives them substance. But you see, like, it's so transparent. It's so transparent that they are like this. Unavailable, skittish, slippery, a little bit maybe of a player, a little bit. And you just pierce right through that facade. And it's not that they don't have this, because they do. They have the ability to completely be a King of Pentacles. But this is the essence of their duality. And you know, as you've come in contact with your own duality, that you have to take the one and the other. You cannot have one or the other. And so you're questioning, well, can I really take both? Do I really want both? And I think for a lot of you, that answer is like, no, I don't want both. I can't handle the King of Wands, because the King of Wands is not healthy for a Virgo energy. It's a Sagittarian quality. And not that they're bad people. They're beautiful people. It's just they are on a different wavelength. They don't mesh. Not only is it a fellow mutable sign, and typically we don't like to have modalities, right? To put two cardinals, two fixed, or two mutables together, it's just like, can be a little bit tough. And then to have the feminine of the earth and the masculine of the fire, it's best to have like earth and water or an air and fire. Now, compatibility is highly complex, and I'm being I'm way oversimplifying this. But in essence, the Knight of Wands is not the most compatible for a hermit, plain and simple, or even an Empress. See, and that's the thing. It's like the King of Pentacles is, for sure, King of Pentacles is, 100%. And that's the one side, though. And I think you've decided, like, nope, I can't deal with the Knight of Wands. Can't deal with it. And that's maybe why they're giving you, like, both. Maybe that's why both these came out. The instability from the Knight of Wands, connected with the Wands, and then the actual potential. 10 of Cups. Let's see what else. Can we focus a little on the 2 of Cups? What's that? 2 of Cups. Another card of Virgo. Temperance. I know you have kind of designed your life around the idea of having peace. 2 cups, equal balance. And you're willing to hold out for that. You're willing to wait for that. You're willing to wait for the good business partner. You're willing to wait for the good romantic partner, for the good friend. You're willing to wait. Willing to deal with the loss that is necessary in order to make room for the good stuff. Okay? What else with the 2 of Cups? You're seeking out peace. See, you've adjusted that frequency. You're trying to find someone that's already in this hermit yogi mode so that you don't have to pull yourself down off the mountain in order to find a connection. Like, let's just find a connection with someone that's already there. How much easier would that be? How much better would that be? And who could this be with? Maybe. Judgment. Maybe another Virgo quality for you guys. Someone that has that, that's kind of just going through the same thing. Like they're totally on your wavelength. They get it. Good fortune. Awesome. You may have to be a little bit patient for that. Whether this is upright or reversed is irrelevant for me. 3 of Wands. There are no blockages still. The only thing is that you may have to wait a little bit longer than originally expected. But see, you're getting a few major arcana here. You will know, you will be illuminated, or the answer or the solution or whatever this 2 of Cups represents will be illuminated. You will have the answers that you need. But right now the universe is working like the gears of a clock. They're operating and they're getting the timing just right. It's working behind the scenes to ensure that you're in the right place at the right time. And all you have to do is just wait. There's no action to be taken right now. Okay? This is just going to kind of, I think, fall by the wayside. It's just going to like flat tire out on you and just be like, okay, it's over, right? But there's something much better for you coming. And keep doing you. Keep operating at this frequency. Keep that self-love going. Keep that wisdom. Keep developing. Keep learning. Keep digging. And through your self-knowledge, you will find someone who matches you on that self-knowledge level. Okay? Because we're getting the 2 Virgo cards. 2 people that are going through the same things. This one's not going through that, and this one's not going through that. Neither of them are going through that. So you guys will just get each other. Okay? Okay, Virgo, thank you so much. It's going to be a good month for you. It really is. I wish you nothing but the best, all right? I will see you next month. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.